You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though.
But I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the New Orleans Saints. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good position to be in here, second and inches. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Throwing Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Pierce in motion left. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Wiggles free. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Giants very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Alec Pierce, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Giant defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. So here we go, 4th down. Howell, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. This is caught inside the 15. And he is going to have the Saints first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on fourth down.
That's good for a Saints.
Motion man right, that's Pierce. Now a first down carry, it's Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Howell throwing on third down here. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Now a give running left is Breida. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones looking for Shepard deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. When you look at the Saints defense, it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Jones looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
How about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Giants.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Howell. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary. They can find a way to it. They find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Pierce in motion left. Left side, he finds Pierce. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
They'll roll him out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Yards as he's tackled at the 20. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Okay, here we
They're
go.
backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Powell ran it last time. Now he's going to throw it. Rolling to his right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as it takes us down to about the 5-yard line. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throw right side, caught by Davis. Touchdown! Darius Davis as the first half is winding down. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
What's good on the extra point? And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Jones. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. A give. This is Kamara. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll go play action. Howell. Escaping the pressure right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. O'Shane Ximines collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off play action. It's Howell. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Looking for Campbell downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 62 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Howell. Completes it to Davis. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, Howell. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Now Howell. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really...
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Slayton.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
2nd down. Howell now. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on the pickup of 13. A give to Kamara running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Howell. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Darius Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly... And now here is another interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now they go play action with Howell. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Giants.
Cover right, Patino. Cover right, Patino.
Throwing Jones. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers. Timberland, 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 Timberland.
Now Jones. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 12-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. O'Shane Ximines picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. And now here is another interception. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Faking the handoff. Howell sliding out of the pocket. That is caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.